Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to another vlog. So today we're not actually doing anything special. It's just the first long ride for me since this pandemic. Sorry. So this will be the first long ride for me since the pandemic. I've been doing a lot of mountain biking and my endurance work was mostly done by doing very long hikes. So today will be the first time I'll be riding outside of Minglanilla. I'm not even sure if I'll be able to cross the border, so we'll see. Definitely something I'm looking forward to do is getting the bike legs back in the legs. So I hope we get. So I hope this ride turns out to be a good one. Alright, so we just passed through at the back the Naga Minglanilla border. So this ride is a go. Kapag nasakpan ako, galong ride sa siya sad. Di sa siya palkansi. So we are in Uling. I can't even begin to describe how happy I am to be here. I don't even remember when was the last time I was here. We're actually not doing anything special. This is a regular route for me. We're climbing up to Uling, and once we reach Lutopan, we'll turn right to Campo Ocho and we'll climb the Campo Ocho's man-made forest, and then we'll continue further and then we'll reach Campo Siete and we'll descend Manipis. So to my non-Cebuano viewers, you will be in for a treat because the route is very scenic and I will be covered in trees. So gotta enjoy this one. As a cyclist, you know how frustrating it is to meet some of those sleeping policemen, those white stripes on the road. It actually is very jarring. It is so anti-cyclist. In some cases where it's really worse, you feel like you're gonna injure your wrist, your eyes are gonna pop out. So I'm gonna show you a little hack. On how to get over those without feeling too much pain on the wrist. Here it goes. See that? Imagine all those jarring going to your hands, straight into your shoulders and into your skull. So that's a way to do it. Just carry a little bit of momentum and let go of the handlebars. So back into the route. We are in Naga Uling, and as you can see, we are on a route where there's very little cars. It's a little windy, in fact too windy. Yeah, this road connects Naga and Toledo, and this is a popular route among Cebuano cyclists and triathletes, and it's just an out and back route for many athletes who live in the city. But I will take you through a diversion road where this route could get a little more interesting than what it already is. Another one. So as you can tell, we are on a very nice piece of road. So the reason why this is only my first long ride since the pandemic, ever since the pandemic, I've been doing most of my endurance work by doing long hikes with my dog, and I have been blessed to be loaned out a mountain bike from Dance. Thank you, Dance PH. So I was exploring my back doors. It was loads of fun, and there wasn't really much incentive for me to do a lot of long rides because the hassle of crossing borders, showing quarantine passes, and the potential of, you know, bumping into other cyclists. For sure, it's very nice to meet and greet a few people, but now it's not the time to really socialize. So I'm preferring to ride alone now. But hopefully soon, we can all get together and ride. You know, this is one of the best things in cycling. It brings people together. So definitely, once this crisis is over, we all get to ride and share the road together. I know the GoPro's super wide angle is making any hill that's steep not steep, but I'm telling you, this one is steep. So for now, I'm not actually riding with the power meter. I'm not riding with power, but I'm using my heart rate monitor with my Polar Vantage V. Super accurate. I'm trying to gauge my efforts. Ideally, I would wanna stay on my zone 2 so that I don't bonk midway to this ride, because there might be little options for food. But so far so good. I'm feeling great. For someone who hasn't been riding for the past month, so yeah. So I'm entering another checkpoint. Barangay Uling. Right, switching to small ring. This is the famous Uling climb. So we're climbing up Uling. Ooh, yeah, a little bit of a checkpoint. And what I was about to say, this climb is about 3 kilometers long. It's not ridiculously steep, so for most, especially beginners, this could be hard ride or hard climb, because especially if you're coming from Cebu City, so you have already 40 kilometers under your legs. It's going to be a challenge, because it's a 3 km non-stop climb at I don't know how much percent. I'm gonna put into the screen the segment and the average gradient, but if you don't pace this climb, you're gonna end up really bonking. So as what I'm doing now, taking it zone 2. A couple hundred meters into the climb, as you can hear, I'm already breathing hard. As I've mentioned, this might be too hard of a climb for beginners, but for intermediate and on those elite level, this might be a very good place to train, because the gradient isn't really that hard. It's a climb that you can actually race. So yeah, I'm riding about 12 kilometers per hour. Heart rate's about 150. All right, see you at the top. So if you can see big trucks slowing down as low as that, then you know it's a steep hill. As I've mentioned before, as I've mentioned earlier, it's not helping that I'm a little overweight, 8 kilos to be exact. I usually sit about 57 kilos, but now I'm currently at 65. Not worrying at all, but that 8 kilos is like taking 8 extra full water bottles up this climb. And I'm not exactly riding much, so my power isn't close or anywhere close to where it should be, but I'm not worrying about that as well. I'm just trying to enjoy my ride. So out of the countless of times I climbed this climb, this might be the longest that it ever felt. It's only 3K, but it's starting to feel like forever. Good thing the weather's great. It's a little cooler than usual. The sun is not completely out. I am at still 150 beats per minute, but it feels like my head is going to explode. But we're getting there. So by the way, what's inside my 2 Taiwan KOM King of the Mountains water bottles are Vitargo. Yeah, I know I'm bringing fancy, if you will, for a nothing ride or a senseless ride, but it's a great source of carbohydrates, keeps me fueled and keeps me hydrated. So if ever we have to do some pit stops, it will be kept into a minimum. So I am thinking that my 2 Vitargo water bottles will keep me fueled for the rest of the ride. So this is, by the way, a 65 km ride, if you're going to ask. And yes, this is a long ride for me, for someone who hasn't been riding that much the past month. That being said, it would be really nice to buy some ice cream. Yeah, but not in the middle of this climb. I just want to get this one over with. I think we're halfway. Almost there. Almost there. Barangay Cantabaco. So, as you can see, my chain is stuck at the 34th cog. It has been there for the past 10 minutes. I'm so thankful I have that gearing ratio into my training wheel. So I swear I might not be able to make this climb if I'm riding, like, say for example 11:28. I might be crawling, but we're almost there. Right, there's a checkpoint, and we are riding into another checkpoint before we reach the top of this climb. Let's just gonna say hi to the officers. I'm sure they'll let us pass. Alright, mayroon to. So interestingly, they questioned the one who's riding a motorcycle, and then they just let me pass. So a less hassle commute would be riding on a bike. So after climbing like what felt forever, we are at the top. Uling climb is done. So we are gonna descend a little bit down to Lutopan, Toledo, and then we're gonna turn right to Campo 8, Minglanilla, so that we can climb up to Manipis. So I'm gonna enjoy this downhill. Alright. So as I've mentioned, we're gonna go down Lutopan, and then we're gonna take a right turn towards Campo 8, which is part Minglanilla, part Toledo. I'm just gonna show you the way around. This is a tour for Cebuanos who haven't been here. So yep, I'll show you the way. So if you see that sign on the next corner, turn right. Turn right, right here. Yep. And the road is paved, but it's quite rough. So I'm gonna put away the GoPro now. So this is the tail end of Lutopan Market. Yeah, I know it's crowded, but believe it or not, on the regular days, pre-COVID days, gets quite very busy. So it's a welcome change, and we're climbing up to Campo 8 now. And oh, by the way, right at the tail end of that market, you will be greeted with a short but significant climb. This, but short, we are already at the top. Isa! Not entirely sure what's the name of this barrio or what barangay are we in, but if you see this bridge, the road will start to point up, which will lead you to Manipis. There's a mini waterfall over there. Waterfalls has been my thing lately. So we are bumping into another checkpoint. I just hope they don't send me back because it's gonna be a long way back. Clear. So we're back riding uphill again, and as you might have guessed, I'm back into my 34th cog. Thank God for long cage derailleurs so that I can ride this climb without grinding too much. Well, let me do a little step over because I see a waterfall there. There. So I have never stopped in this location before in my entire life. So I've stopped here because quite a number of people have stopped here to take pictures of their bike with the waterfall on the backdrop. So let me just give you a quick run through on how to take pictures of your bike the Velominati way. First off, your chain ring, or get your chain in the big dog. Ideally your chain should be on the first to third cog, and your valve extenders or your valves should be on the 6 o'clock position. No bidons or water bottles, and that's pretty much it. Since you've already stopped and made an effort to take a good picture of your bike, might as well do it right. So that's the way to do it, folks. Another look, and as you can see, I have taken off my bidons. So if you take pictures with your bike, take off those water bottles, especially if they're not themed or they're not color coordinated with your bike, or they are of another brand. It will be such an eyesore for most people on Instagram. One last look. Alright, back to riding. There's actually a section there wherein you can take a dip. Look. paved road. So believe it or not, if you have been watching my vlogs or following me on Facebook or Instagram, I have been into some series of waterfalls. The water from down there comes from actually the same source where I was taking a dip yesterday. Look. So if you're doing this climb and you're overheating, you definitely have the option to take a dip. That'll give you a sort of reset. And we're entering Campo Ocho's man-made forest. So the thing I love about here is that we are covered in big trees, thick vegetation, and you can hear the stream of water from down there. Obviously it'll be hard to hear the stream of water with that van going down, but just take a look at the big trees around here. Hello! Right? So no matter what time is it in the day, it's actually 12 noon, but it's quite dark in here. It's cool. You will feel refreshed. It's not humid. So definitely one of my favorite spots. Another checkpoint that is up to Bigapit, Luay, Toledo. And the checkpoint here is not as stringent as the other one. I reckon very few people pass here, or very few vehicles. And we are gonna climb the last bit of the man-made forest, which is where it's thickest. As I have mentioned earlier, it is 12 noon, but look, it is cold in here. It is cold in this part of Toledo, or is this already Mingalinili? I don't know, but look, it's exactly like the one in Bohol. Thick vegetation, big trees, and if you can hear the sound of the forest, look, very peaceful, very serene. So if you do come here, please don't bring trash, or if you bring any food, bring them home with you. That's sort of a great way of giving back to nature. So nice and cool here. It's also a great place to do interval training, since you're not gonna overheat here, since it's pretty cool. So this place has only been made known just a couple of years ago, because before this very road that I'm riding now is not paved or not cemented. Now it's cemented. Look, so there are quite a lot of people that come here for picnics, take pictures, rightfully so. But make no mistake, this is a hard climb, but if there's one place you don't mind suffering, it will be here. Can you hear that sound? Nice sound of the jungle. So you also have to be careful going downhill in this section, because as I've said, this is in the forest. There are a few sections wherein water comes out from nowhere, comes out from rocks. So just, you know, take that into consideration, blasting the downhill in this section. But I have descended this quite numerous times, it's quite a good downhill to do. Speaking of downhill, some longboarders are practicing here. Nice. Fighter, fighter. So we are at the top. This is Campo 7 Manipis. It's gonna be a nice downhill from here where it exits in Tabunok. If you have followed my vlog, then you have seen this mountain, or you've seen this climb and downhill quite a number of times, but I'm gonna shoot anyway so that you can enjoy the rest of the ride. So that is the end of the video. This road actually exits in Tabunok, Talisay, so there's not much to see really. So thanks for watching, thanks for sticking till the end of part of the video. If you are wondering where to get this kit, perfect for riding in tropical weathers like here in the Philippines. This is made by Urban Atletica, quality jersey. It's made locally here in Cebu. Giving a shout out to Charles Caluno, thank you for the kit. We actually have these in stock, so give me a message if you want one. We'll probably raffle out this top soon. Not this one, but a brand new one. So yeah, thanks for watching the video. Oops. Thanks for for watching the video and see you on the next one.